Hello, I'm Amanda of Inspiring Inkin. Welcome to another of my videos in my scrapbooking series. This video is all about colour and embellishments and a little bit about the rule of three. So, one of the questions I get asked most about scrapbooking is how do I figure out what colours to use, what papers to use? Do I match the papers to the photos to the papers? Where do I start? If you are already a paper crafter, you will already understand how papers and embellishments and things coordinate together. When you're working on a scrapbook, you are just generally working on a bigger canvas. So you have more real estate, more space to work on. So if you are already a paper crafter, you will have many of the skills that you need. As far as do I get the photos to match the paper or the paper to match the photos, that is always going to be a personal choice. There are a few tricks that you can employ. So the first one is to print photos in black and white. Now, this actually it was originally a black and white photo anyway, but by printing a photo in black and white, it means it will go with any color scheme that you've got. But the other trick is to mount the photograph on a coordinating color or a color to break up from the photograph to the paper. So quite often you will see on my scrapbook pages, and hang on, I'll just see. Yeah. Okay, I'll show you this one. We're actually going to look at this in more detail in a minute. But this one, I have picked up the color. That's Connor there, actually. A picture of that shirt, and I've picked up that color to mount it onto a different shade of blue. So by mounting your photos, you can actually distance it a little bit from the paper if the colors don't quite go. But equally, you will find that you are drawn to a particular pattern of paper or a particular style of paper or colors of paper, and you will know which photos you want to use on those pages. Now, the beauty of working with Stampin' Up products is that our products are designed to coordinate together. So if you have some beautiful patterned papers, you will know that Misty Moonlight is going to fit with this one, Wild Wheat with this one, Moody Mauve. I had to think then. Moody Mauve with this one, Crumb Cake with this one. So you know that those papers are going to coordinate with the cardstock. And as you know, if you've watched the rest of the videos that I've done, Stampin' Up products, our Stampin' Up cardstock and patterned paper are acid and lignin free, and they are perfectly safe for your scrapbooking. Now, in addition to that, we have embellishments and we have other products that will coordinate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera around. I've got a few pages to show you about sort of color and embellishments. But remember, you can print your photos in black and white, and you can either work with paper first and then the photos, or the photos and the paper. Either will work. So let's get this camera turned around. So this has got a couple of things. So the first thing is, obviously, I have mounted these photos to coordinate with Connor's shirt. The additional embellishments that I've got here, these are die cut letters. I've used a punch here to make this look like a photo film. The other thing that you will see consistently on my pages is the rule of 3. And in the same way as you will see me when I'm putting gemstones on a card, making sure it's an odd number, with my scrapbook pages particularly, I tend to work in 3s. I don't know what it is. It's something to do with your brain and the way it sees patterns, but having 3 focal points or 3 points of interest or 3 embellishments works really well. So on this page, I've got 3 sets of photos. So 1, 2, 3. You will learn your favorite way of setting things out, and in future videos we're going to be talking about all sorts of different things. But sometimes if you look at a page and it looks wrong, try taking something away first, because usually that will balance. So that's, oh, hang on, that's that one. Hang on. We're going to go to this one next. So this one you may have seen in a previous video when we were talking about journaling and titling. As far as colour and embellishments is concerned, I have just kept it really simple. So I've matched the red with Kimberly's cardigan, and everything else is tonal. So I've got a little bit of texture here with the vellum and the embossed paper. I've got a bit of patterned paper here, and there's a tiny bit of red there. So you can be very monochromatic, you know, just pick a couple of colors and work with those. This you may have seen as well. This is a predominantly stamped page. It has no title and no journaling on it. It needs those, but I use this as a teaching aid, which is why it hasn't got it on. All of your paper crafting items you can add to your pages. You can stamp, you can use patterned paper, you can use die cuts, you can use punches. I've got a bit of sponge daubering going on this beautiful sunflower here, and I've got 2 mats here. So remember what I said earlier about matting your photographs? That will make a big difference for your photos. But a double mat will also pull in other colors if you want it to. So sometimes when you're looking at your page, you might think, oh, actually, let's put another mat in there, and that will make the colors work and balance together. And then this this last page has got a lot of things going on. So I wanted to point them out to you so you can see, you know, with your embellishing. So there are multiple pieces of patterned paper here. So we've got a patterned paper at the bottom, right at the very bottom. It's actually got a hexagon pattern on it. There is stamping and sponging. There's additional papers or with additional stamping on. Got more patterned paper here. Got more patterned paper that's been torn and cut here. And this has actually got some glossy accent on it. I've got cut out stamped images, a cut out bird there. This actually is one of my favorite things. You're going to see this a lot on my scrapbook pages. This is a ribbon Make sure it's acid free, obviously, but you put double-sided tape on it and you make a beautiful textured wiggly pattern. And then we go back to the rule of 3. I've got 3 buttons. You know, all those buttons that you've been saving, they make great embellishments for your scrapbook pages. And then to pull everything together, because if you look at the colors of this, Brian is wearing blue, Connor's got brown tones on and blue. Actually, you've got a red here, you've got lots of creamy colors and beiges. In order to pull it together, I've matted it onto a piece of early espresso cardstock, and it just pulls the whole thing together. So I hope that information about color and embellishments has helped. Basically, the products that you have already, many of them will be suitable for scrapbooking. Remember the acid-free as far as products are concerned, and acid and lignin-free for paper-based products, so that you are maximizing the opportunity for your scrapbooks to stay around for generations to come. If you would like more information, I have a mailing list, and if you click on that link below, and there'll be a link to my website. You can sign up for my newsletter there, and I will be able to tell you about lots of new products that are on their way. I am very excited to say we are going to be getting some scrapbook workshop kits, which will have die cut pieces and stickers and coordinating cardstock coming forwards. We'll be getting more albums and lots more scrapbooking products. So I am really excited about the things that are coming. And if you don't want to miss out, and you don't want to be the last person to know, then make sure you've clicked subscribe here on YouTube. Subscribe over on my blog or my website as well, and then you'll be the first to know when I've got some more creative inspiration for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.